Welcome to this video where we will look at using the resource Free Births, Marriages and Deaths to find birth records. First, you will need to go to my website. On the family history page, you will see under the quick links there is a link to Free Births, Marriages and Deaths, and this holds records from 1837 to 1983. We click on the link, it will take us to the site. The top, as it says, is an advertisement. You need to use the search button that is near the bottom of the page. If you can't see this search button, you may need to scroll further down. Clicking on search will bring up the form. We are going to look for births, and when you're first using this site, the easiest thing is to look for your own birth record. In this case, I'm going to use Jane Doe. So we type the name in, Jane and Doe. You can click on Find without putting any other information in. And this will give you births, as you can see, from 1840, scroll quickly down the page, all the way up to 1969. To restrict the number of records that appear, if you click on Revise Query and put the decade in which you are looking, so here we'll put 1950 to 1959, and then click on Find again, you will see that this reduces the number of records returned. Within that list, you should find your own date of birth. You will note that the top one says births September 1950, the second one says March 1951. This is the quarter in which the birth was registered and does not tell you the actual month of the birth. In blue here, Islington, this gives you information about the district. If you click on it, it will take you to a second page which tells you about Islington. This could be useful because sometimes boundaries change and it may not look like the right area, but that's how you can check. This opens in a second page, so when you finish looking at it, you can close the tab. The 5C is the volume number and the 1426 is the page number. Again, this is blue, and if you click on it, that will show you all the other people who are listed on that page. And you will see that this gives the surname, the first name, and the mother's surname. So here you will see that there's a Janet Doe born to a lady called Doe. And there's also a Janet Brown born to a lady whose maiden name was Doe. Again, when we finish looking at that, this has not opened in a separate tab, so to go back, you click on the back arrow and that will take you back. Now you can see on there the two that I mentioned are two separate births, a Janet Doe and a Janet Doe, one whose mother's maiden name was Doe and one whose mother's maiden name was Brown. The info page, you click on it shows you extra information, and on this point there is a comment that suggests that those two records are actually the same and that somebody has misrecorded something. It also tells you at the bottom that if you want to make a correction because you know something is wrong, you can click here and fill in a form. This is the person who transcribed the record. Now, it may be that you haven't actually found your birth record in there, and this is because as humans we always make mistakes. If you haven't found your date of birth, and the reason we use your date of birth is because you know the information and it should be easy to find. If you click on Revise Query, you will see that there is an option to phonetically search for surnames. If you click on that one, that means that anything that sounds similar will come up in the search. And again, if I click on Find, connecting and doing its search, this should give us a lot more information. You may find that the record is not there because it's not been recorded as you thought it was. Somebody may have been adopted, they may have changed their name since their birth name, but if the record is there, you should find it. You'll notice on this that it's given us day and door, lots of things, and die that could perhaps sound like dough. Sometimes you just have to accept that the record is not there, but that is the general principle for searching for birth records. Now you've found your birth record, why not try your parents and grandparents? But remember, these records only go back to 1834. That's the end of this video.